Good evening. Requiring all males 18 years old in the United States to serve 3 years of military service obligation would be beneficial to our country. This is also referred to and known as conscription. I'm Dustin Willis and would like to talk to you about 6 minutes today to talk to you about some of the benefits of making all males 18 to 21 years old serve 3 years of military service in our country. So, countries have been requiring people to serve in the military for hundreds of years. More than 60 countries on the planet actually require their civilians to serve time in the military. According to Stanford, Iran, for example, requires its civilians to serve 2 years of mandatory military service inside of their military. Cuba, on the other hand, requires males to serve 2 years and also women to serve 2 years, according to Talmar. Chad, on the other hand, requires its males to serve 2 years and its females to serve 1 year of military service. Israel requires its males to serve 32 months and females to serve 24 months. And Yemen requires a minimum of 2 years military service for all people. The 2-year minimum could go anywhere depending on the needs of the country. Now that we have discussed some of the countries that require its civilians to serve in the military, let's talk about the current requirements for serving in the military for the United States. Currently, the United States military is an all-volunteer military. However, whenever males turn 18 years of age, they must register for the Selective Service System. The Selective Service System is the online website that keeps a database of all 18 to 25-year-old males, which could be called to active duty to serve at any given time throughout a national emergency, for example. But although we do not require all males to serve in the military, the Selective Service System is just a system where they could call you. At 17 years of age, males can serve in the United States military with a parental consent. At 18 years old, males can serve or females can serve without parental consent. Signing up in the military is an 8-year military service obligation. That 8-year service is divided into 2. So out of that 8 years, you may not be actually full-time or working for that whole 8 years. At the end of your actual contract period, you would go into the Individual Ready Reserve, also known as the IRR, and where your name is sort of on a list similar to the Selective Service System, except they could call you up from the IRR before they went actually to the Selective Reserve. So now that we have talked about some of the policies that we have for serving in the military here in the United States, now let's move on and let's now discuss some of the policies that could be put into place and how it could benefit us as a nation down the road. So, requiring all males to serve 3 years military service in the United States military would be great for our country. One way it would be great would be a stronger military power. And while I say a stronger military power, the United States military, only less than 1% of the United States population actually joins the military. To put that in perspective, there's actually more student athletes across the United States than there is military members. So, the United States military is one of the largest militaries, but this would make us actually very elite. According to Atomy, it would bring national unity upon all of our citizens too, all of our members of our country by serving 3 years military service for males. Every time you cut the TV on, you're seeing now something about standing or kneeling, national anthem, or burning the flag. I feel as if people spent 3 years in the military, all males, there'd be a lot more patriots in this country. Also, another thing how it could strengthen our country is through equality. Requiring all males to serve 3 years in the military would bring everybody on the same level playing field, for example. All males, white, black, tall, short, rich, or poor, would be required to serve in the military. There'd be no alibis for anyone. And another thing, according to the U.S. Department of Labor, is it would lower the unemployment rate. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the 2 highest percents for unemployment is males ages 16 through 19 and also ages 20 through 24. The ages for 16 to 19 is 17% unemployment, and the age and for the 20 to 23-year-olds is also 9%. So this would have males actively engaged throughout the process. So Now that we have talked about some ways it would benefit the nation, now let's talk about some ways how it could benefit the people or the soldiers for actually joining the military. One way that it could help the soldiers for joining the military would be for college money. A lot of males in this country go to college straight out of high school and they spend a lot of money on paying for college. And the military has a lot of advantages when it comes to paying back student loans and also paying for college education. Another thing is self-pride. A lot of people don't have self-pride when they turn 18 years old. It's not something that's instilled in them. And the military is a pretty good organization that can instill pride into its members. And skills is another one. A lot of skills can be taught in the military that can't be taught in the homes or in local colleges or local schools. And another is retirement. You no longer have to spend 20 years of the military to get a retirement. We have different systems now, such as the blended retirement system, which requires people to serve the minimum 4 years and can get benefits down the road forward. And finally, a career. A lot of people may not be interested in joining the military, but being required to do 3 years in the military could actually make someone that wasn't interested in doing it actually want to join. So in conclusion today, we have talked about some of the countries that require their citizens to join the military. We've talked about the U.S. policies, and we've talked about some ways it could strengthen our nation and also the people in our country by requiring our males to serve 3 years in the United States military. So thank you for your time. You have a good day.